This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I touched me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But them they were bonito. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the front and the rest of man I tell you what I do. Me know that you come to tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom and to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bomb, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them on the patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child.
Fight on, brave boys, fight on, heroes of our fatherland. Pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion.
Fighting a war, knowing the difficulties, the odds against us, there is an element of fatalism, people feeling, well, if the world chooses to abandon us, then perhaps it is better we all perish. They don't ever consider a Biafra not free. They believe in either Biafra free or no Biafra at all. That means none of us living to see it.
I need Biafra freedom. We Biafrans, we need Biafra freedom. For this, I decided, even to die, that Biafra must have its own freedom.
I want us to work systematically towards the establishment of a good, progressive, and democratic society where all vestiges of privilege and social injustice will be abolished, and the rich contribute more for the welfare of the poor. If civil war comes, and I do think it is imminent, you're quite right, it will for us be the price of freedom. Our people here have for a long time been prepared for this eventuality, and I am confident of their readiness. I think that when it does come, that the people on the other side would be surprised as to what they're going to get. And I'm confident that it will not last long.
We'll surely come out as a nation because we're fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
This is what Biafra is, the end of the journey for a persecuted, massacred, pursued people. We have made all attempts at a democratic resolution of this crisis. I have offered open elections, plebiscite. I have offered just an open carte blanche suggestion, anybody who can find a democratic way of finding out the wishes of the people, let him suggest it and we will go for it.
Another Savior,
holy, 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 Njoku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Njoku. Another Savior, holy, holy.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, You think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very quick one this evening. Like and share the program on your platform, share to family and friends, share to those that are close to you. It's already late, so we're going to do it as quick as possible. Most importantly, this evening, we'll touch a little bit on the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. We have less than 1 month to go. If you are genuine Biafrans, you should channel all your energy to the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Support the legal affair of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Join the protest in Finland. This is the only legitimate project we have today, especially those of us under Mazi Simon Ekpa. The only project that we have is things that have to do with his release. This remaining 1 month or less than 1 month, everything has to be channeled to Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is no other project we have. Any other project anybody is presenting to you is a distraction. Any project anybody is presenting to you that is not pointing to the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa is a distraction. Because you and I know that all this bunch of clowns moving from right, left, and center, claiming what they are not, cannot do anything. The only people that can be able to see to our freedom and our pursuit of independence is Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Tested and trusted. They have done a lot, and because of their exploits, that is why they are in detention. So if there is anything we can do to release them, we must do. Now we have already gotten the date of Mazi Simon Ekpa, 5th of August, in less than 1 month. Everything has to be suspended. Channel all the energy on Mazi Simon Ekpa, financially, prayerfully, material-wise, encouragement-wise, anything you want to do in this struggle today, channel it to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Support the legal team, the legal team that is Mazi Simon Ekpa legal team. The legal funding of the international lawyer from the United States. Support it. Make your contribution there. For this remaining 1 month, every energy, every money should be channeled there. We don't have any other projects. There is anybody presenting any project to you, especially the people under Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is a scam. It is a distraction. Don't pay attention. All this bunch of idiots running from pillar to pole, saying what they don't know. Don't pay attention to them. After this 1 month, if you want to have anything to do, you can do what you want to do. But from now till 1 month, from now till the case of myself, nothing. There is no project except if you are sincere, if you are from Mazi Simon Ekpa, if you are a genuine Biafra agitator, all your energy should be focusing on that side. Financially, emotionally, materially, anything you need, prayerfully, channel it to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Let us do our own part. Whatever be the outcome, we glorify the name of Njoku. And I hope the message is clear and heard. The case of Mazi Nnamdi also is there. We will continue to debunk the idiots who are attacking Mazi Nnamdi. We will continue to expose the madness in Nigeria, the illegality in Nigeria, the injustice in Nigeria. We will continue to expose this. The injustice of Nigerian government against Mazi Nnamdi, we will continue to expose this, focusing on our enemy. This is not the time for gossip, propaganda, and blackmail against ourselves. It is the time to focus. If you have nothing to offer, just go and sleep. Allow those that have something to offer to contribute. Don't be a distraction. And I hope this message is very clear. I hope it's clear. Those of you who are fighting Mazi Nnamdi for no reason, if Mazi Nnamdi tell you to go and rest, go and have it. Starting from the lawyers to anywhere. Once he say, I don't want you anymore, go and have a rest. Go and look for something else to do. You must not work for Mazi Nnamdi. You must not be in the organization of Mazi Nnamdi. If you have something to offer, create your own. If you feel you know better, you have something to offer, I say create your own. Create your own. Look for your own followers. Then do what you want to do. Okay? I'm going to play some videos of interest, and I want you to pay attention to these videos. Like and share them as it goes.
as regards to Mr. Joe's claim that you guys had a fallout. Anyway, let me beg, please, I beg, just proceed. You see, I don't like talking about defending your first mother. How is the last coming to this matter and left? Mom, SN has come into this matter and left. People that has come into this matter and left. I can tell you people that have come into this matter and left. I have been doing matter for people. They will say, Maxwell, please give me my file. They collect it and give to another lawyer. I've seen, in fact, I'm even doing one now for me. They say that somebody they arrested and the lawyer is not doing well. I called the lawyer, he said yes, that those people are talking to some person. I said, can I enter? He said yes. They brought the file. When you are doing a matter, and the Canada came into this matter first one, Martin Alcalo asked me, you should wait. The whole Canada, the former attorney general, a grandfather, Canada be left. When Martin Alcalo, when finished as the Supreme Court come back, Martin Alcalo see, call Canada. Canada said that he prayed, God said that he should come. He came. And he did this matter, conclude the trial. When it reached to the defense, Martin Alcalo said, this is how I want it to be. They said, no, you can't do it in this way. He said, that's the way I want to do it. We left. We left. And I said, I cannot abandon Martin Alcalo. I'm doing some other of his matter. But this one, he said that he's going to do. I should be contributing. Now, when somebody who are doing a matter said, please, I don't want you to do my matter again, why should that be a problem? Why should you want to put down the whole? Why should you be attacking their colleagues? I was in Germany. When I came back, that's when I heard that Martin Alcalo has asked them to leave. I asked him, Mas, what's the problem? Why? He told me something that I should keep it. I didn't say. He said, okay. I even went to him. I said, guy, I said yes, move on with your life. In fact, you know, but when the way he's taking this now, I've never seen it before. As if Martin Alcalo say, Mas told you something as regards to dissatisfaction. Yes. With Mazi. Yes. It's his session. He's a person handling the matter now. It's his case. I hear them say, this is his case. Like now, this appellant brief. Yeah, we are having a problem about it. I said, there's something that you want to write. I won't be able to do that. He was telling me the reason. I was in Sokoto last 4 days. We quarreled. Since I was there, we quarreled. I said, guy, you are putting yourself into trouble. I'm pity for you because you are the person that is suffering it. He told me that, Mas, I don't even need anything outside. Allow it to be in this way. I said, okay. What he asked me to do, I have given my own. Posted it in my wall. Go to my wall, you see it. I explained what I did. Give to him. It is not left for him. If he said, Max, I don't want you to be in Sokoto again, I don't want you. I'll go my way now. I don't say, is there no lead council? That's what I'm saying now. Canada was living as a senior. Major Fana came and was this. Michael Sakoma came and took over the land. Now, when they left, a lawyer now is leading. So the point I'm making is that when you are doing a matter for you, and they're like, okay, you say, Max said there's an end office, I want to say this. Max, I want to thank you for all that you have done. How much is your money balance? I said, see, I will send it to you. Just give me 1 month. I want another 200 and another. I said, I hope I did not say no. Probably the judge, the matter is so much to that we have a problem with you. And I don't want you to handle the matter in that it will affect my case. I said, okay. I will give you a matter now. If I have conscience, I will say, that balance, just leave it when you win the case. So it's not that I will now go and start fighting, try to see how I can put it down. It's not good now.
Okay, let's talk about what freedom of speech has become in this current administration, so that we can conclude this.
We don't have it. Well, I'm even surprised that you guys have not been arrested. Because one,
I have.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Okay, good. No, you see it now. Now they enacted the law criminalizing fiance. Because one, you asked me that can I rate President Ahmed Bola Tinubu? I said, if you bring Wala here, Wala will say 101%. Am I not? I didn't say. So if you should ask me, I will explain to you, which I have been explained, giving illustration. If you are children are $100, what have you. So I can't say the reason why. That's why the thing is telling me where the president is.
That is a very simple explanation for those who are wondering why Ejiofor is getting mad.
Somebody was going to be the one that was trying to deal with the president, and only he feels like he wants to take the glory for the plan he has in mind. It shows that his arrogance is clouding his better sense of judgment. Because the other who are players who are trying to adopt that position, even though they expose their own foolishness in that. I'm referring to people like the Minister of the Works, Mr. David Mai, who has shown scandals. I don't want to get into that anyway. But the point is, they're all battling for a position that is not taken but given. Ndi Igbo are known to be a Republican people, and Ndi Igbo are the ones that crown their fighters, crown their defenders. Nobody, no Igbo man in his right mind is going to crown Governor Soludo as the champion of the Igbo agenda, so to speak. No Igbo man in his right mind is going to come together and form a consensus with other Igbo people and then crown someone like David Mahi. They know the chameleonic tendencies of people like that, in all honesty. So really, the fact is this: you settle down, keep on doing what is right, fighting for what is right, speak, become the voice of the voiceless, become the voice of the marginalized, become the voice of those who have been given a short end of the stick, like what Mr. P2B is doing right now, and then stop criticizing those who are actually doing what you're supposed to be doing.
What do you think about what you just said? What do you think? These are facts.
No, what changed? You don't know what changed. First of all, let me just address what did not change. What did not change is Soludo's arrogance, Soludo's myopic view of things, and it's quite sad. I say this with pain in my heart as an Iberian, because he's my governor, and I feel very, very ashamed that he's doing this. But right now, first of all, you're looking at P2B, who is saying, speaking the mind of many, talking about the injustice involved in the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because when you talk about injustice, we have to look at this from an equitable standpoint. When you weigh what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being accused of, and even what he actually did, weigh it on the same pedestal as those other terrorists, the people who have been, I won't call them bandits, I won't give them that pleasure. But the terrorists who have been involved, who have been captured, and who have been reintegrated into the system as repentant terrorists, they are now being assimilated. Some even in the military. Many of them are in the military, in the DSS, different parts of the security apparatus, undermining the security apparatus. Now, am I saying categorically that I'm a big fan of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? No, I can never confirm or deny that. But I'm a fan of justice, I'm a fan of equity, I'm a fan of putting your foot down and saying what is right. So if Mr. P2B decides to go on the global scene and then say the truth about what he feels concerning the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is not in the place of the governor to leave his primary responsibility, which is governing Anambra State that has its own issues at the moment, and then start addressing matters because of spite.
They haven't seen nothing yet. They will see a lot of drama.
Fulanis devises a means to control Nigerian security system after the attempt to stop state policing backfired. Guys, in this particular video, there are facts I want to show you. Then at the end, if I'm wrong, then you can put out the corrections. First of all, few days ago, around on 8th of July, we got a report. I saw this Sahara reporters, and the reporter that said that Northern Nigerian governors, traditional rulers, back state police once regional risk collapsed over insecurity. The position was contained in a communique issued at the end of a joint meeting of the Northern Nigerian Governors Forum and the Northern Traditional Rulers Council held on Wednesday, July 8, 2026. At the council's chamber, Sakashim Ibrahim House in Kaduna. The Northern Nigerian Governors Forum, NNGF, and the Northern Traditional Rulers Council have declared that the worsening security crisis across Northern Nigeria requires urgent, coordinated, and decisive action to prevent the region from sliding into collapse while throwing their full weight behind the establishment of state police as part of long-term effort to restore peace and stability. So, after the last video I did on the reason they rejected the state police, maybe the video got to them because I saw a lot of shares, I saw a lot of comments, and somebody somehow sent the video to me on another platform, and I got to discover that this video has actually met some of them. And quickly, maybe because of my video or not because of my video or because of Nigeria's reaction, they went in not to have a meeting quickly. Then on 8th of this July, they came up to say publicly that, oh, we accepted the state police, so we need the state police right now because of our region to be secure. That is the most important thing. But there is something that you did not know, that the news did not carry. I'm going to show you. Before they came out to agree that now we want state police, they made sure that something was set up to still control the state police. And I'm going to show you. Let's look at this. If you have your phone, go and Google it, or you can even type it on Facebook or anywhere. You can type state police and safeguard. What you need to do. Just type state police and safeguard. What you need to know. Go to Google. If you pop up, you read information. It didn't make this one very popular for people, but listen, I will show you. Pay attention. Let's read this thing and get out the information in it, because they want to use through this to control the state police that is happening. The proponent of state police believes that for effective policing to happen, the constituents of Degma Boni should be the ones to police Degma and Boni, because they understand the terrain. Therefore, this must be the principle that guides the requirement of police officers into the state police service. The proposed state police bill 215.4. A state police service shall be held by a commissioner of police of the state appointed by the governor of the state on the recommendation of the National Police Council, subject to confirmation by the House of Assembly of the state. So now there is a panel that has been set up called the National Police Council, and the work of this National Police Council is to control the police activities in each state. So which means that the police in Anambra State, the police in Enugu State, the police in Oyo State, the police in Nasarawa State, the police in Cross River State, they are all subject to the National Police Council. So the state police commissioner and even the governor will not still have right to do anything except by the monitoring or the permission of National Police Council. Calm down. Let's take it gradually. I tell you that these people, they are very smart. The Fulani politicians, they are very, very smart. Let's continue. The National Police Council, NPC, shall have a chairman to be appointed by the president. So the president is the one to appoint the chairman of National Police Council that will control all the police in Nigeria, control all the police in the state, the commissioner and police affairs, still under National Police Council. So what they are doing now is that they moved police down to state police, but they created a panel to control the state police by the national. Look at the functions of the NPC. Number one, the NPC shall recommend to the president on the appointment and removal of the Inspector General of Police. So the National Police Council, one of their assignments is that they will be the one to tell the president the person to appoint as an IG. And I ask a question, if we are having state police, why must they retain the office of the Inspector General of Police? If state police will have autonomy to control their state, why must we still have the office of Inspector General of Police? Is a question I am asking. Why must we have Inspector General of Police that works in national, that the National Police Council will be the one to recommend to the president who to become the Inspector General of Police? Always know that when this thing will be done, me and you will be sleeping. They will not know. They will have their meeting in Abuja. They will appoint, and that one will tell your commissioner your state what to do. And whatever you tell your commissioner will do, what your commissioner will tell the DPOs and every police officer in your state. Number two, the National Police Commission shall recommend to the governor of a state on the appointment and removal of the commissioner of police. So it is the work of the National Police Commission to tell your state whom to make the commissioner of the state. Their work is to tell the governor of your state. For example, you are from Anambra, you are from Cross River, you are from Lagos State. The work of National Police Commission is to tell your governor who to put as the police commissioner. So without their recommendation, the police cannot still function. Smart guy. These guys are very smart politicians. They use their number 6. They pass corner on how to still control the security in your state. That is what they are doing. We will expose them, and it is the right of Nigerians to reject this. Let the state have their autonomy to control their security fully. Write their laws and obey their laws that work for them. Not that somebody in Abuja will be controlling our governor. So their work, they will tell the president who to make the IG, they will tell the governor who to make the commissioner of police. So the commissioner of police in your state will still be taking on that from them. That is what they are doing now. Number 3, the National Police Commission shall supervise the activities of the federal police and the state police services. Did you see that? They spelled it out correctly. The National Police Commission shall supervise the activities of the federal police and state police services. So they will be in Abuja and be supervising the police in your community. Nothing changes. It's just like when you change SARS to SWAT this time. When they had a protest, SARS protest, they now change SARS to SWAT. The same people, the same character, the same activity. It be like when somebody come out for PDP, enter APC. You say, APC na bad. Now the character of the people, or PDP na bad. Now the character of the people. Let's say come out for one party, enter another party. You say that party na be sent. That the people went inside. Nothing changes. Everything remains the same. As a matter of fact, it will get worse. Now this is where it gets more interesting. Safeguards 215:6. The governor of a state or some commission of the government of the state, as the governor, may authorize, may give lawful directions in writing, being directions of general policy to the commissioner of the police of the state, with respect to the maintenance and securing of public safety and public order in the state. Now, pay attention to this number 7. Pay attention. No direction under this section. We are talking about this number 6. No direction under this section shall require the arrest, detention, investigation, non-investigation, deployment or use of force against any named person, political party, association, or class of persons, except in accordance with law, or require a police service or any member of the police service to act unlawfully, violate fundamental rights, suppress lawful political activities, discriminate against any person or group, or enforce the law for a partisan, ethnic, religion, sectional, or personal purpose. So what I'm trying to say here that no direction under this section shall require the arrest, detention, investigation, or non-investigation. Nobody should be able to investigate. So the governor or the commissioner of the police, according to the instruction of the governor in this one we read, this number 6 we read. So they don't have the right to investigate, to arrest, whether in the purpose of religion, except the person violate right or do something against the law, and they will be the one to tell you whether the person is right or wrong from Abuja. So whether the person is right or wrong, that you arrested the person, if they take the person to court, Abuja will tell you that that law does not function, that law, the person didn't commit any crime. Now look at number 8. The Inspector General of Police or a Commissioner of Police of the state may request the appropriate police service commission to review any direction which that offer consider unlawful or inconsistent with national minimum standard, and nothing in this subsection shall oust the jurisdiction of the court. So what I'm trying to tell you now, for anything to happen, the police of the state need to request the review of the National Police Commission. So whatsoever the National Police Commission say is what the police will do. And with this now, I'm beginning to think that means each state will now have an office where they prepare for National Police Commission, and they will post people there that will monitor the affairs of the state. And only God knows who will put there. Who will battles them. They are the one that will give people now. The chief security advisor. They will be the one to put people there. All your moving them, they will be the one. The Fulani will still be the one in your state controlling your police. If citizens did not reject this, for state to have complete autonomy, they will still be controlling the security in your community from Abuja. Look at number 10. A commissioner of police of a state shall not be suspended or removed except for stated cause in accordance with the fair hearing on the recommendation of the National Police Council. So if National Police Council appointed a Fulani man to be the commissioner of your state for you, if that person do what the state did not like, the state governor have no right to remove the state commissioner of police that they put in your state, except the National Police Commission gave approval. And they talked about fair hearing. Which court in Nigeria can you get fair hearing? When the Fulani man is the one in charge. Citizens will need to rise up to demand the autonomy of state police. Let them have their own law. Now listen to the last part. Let's listen to the last part, the last paragraph here. The National Police Council, NPC, whose chairman is appointed by the president, recommends the commissioner of police to be appointed by the governor. So the National Police Commission in Abuja will be the one to recommend to your governor whom to put as the commissioner of police for the state. That is what they are saying. So the governor also does not have right to appoint. That's what they are saying here. So the National Police Commission supervising the state police service and directions given to commissioner of police and have power to review such direction if unlawful. So if governor gave the commissioner of police order, instruction, the National Police Council will monitor that order and the instruction. If it's not lawful, they will cancel it. Which means if it doesn't benefit them, if it doesn't speak in their favor, they have authority to cancel the instruction of the governor of the state. Which means that the governor need to write the instruction, submit to Abuja. Abuja will approve and give to your commissioner of your state to carry out the instruction. That's what they are still saying. So if somebody come to your village to buy you, to do things against you, and you carry the person to police station, the police DPO will now write to commissioner, commissioner will write to state, state will now write to national, until when they accept before they can do anything to that criminal. That is what this thing is talking about. Go and Google it and read it. Nigeria, we are in a mess. The accepted state police, they maneuver on how they can still control the security in your village. That's what all this is all about. Share this video. What do you think about this matter? Don't keep this video to yourself. Create more awareness. Bye for now. See you next time.
That is Nigeria for you. That is the zoological. When we say that Nigeria can never work, some people think it's just a word we say out of hate or ignorance. It's not. I don't say anything out of ignorance. I don't say things out of ignorance. It's out of knowledge, out of what we have seen in the past, out of experience. There is nothing you can bring in Nigeria anymore. You know, when they talk about state police, some people are jumping up state police, state police. You see it. You see it, how they maneuver it, manipulate it, is still controlled by the Fulanis. Controlled by Fulanis. The only thing that can save people in that zoo is to distance themselves from the zoo. Distance yourself from Fulani. If you don't, you are doomed. Nigeria is irredeemable. A place where criminals are in charge. From the president to the lowest, they are all criminals in charge of the affairs of the people. Criminals. And they think it's going to be well. It's not going to be well with anybody. It's not going to be easy. It's a battle that must be fought, that must be won. Don't think it's over. It is not over until it is over. A country run by bandits, run by criminals, fraudsters, manipulators, fake document people. Let's watch this one.
This regime controversy involving the president's chief of staff, Mr. involving a certain president who claimed $400 million to get the job as Director General of the Presidential Foreign Intervention or Investment Protection and Promotion Council, remaining outstanding $200 million to pay, even though he has been denied by the presidency and all of those. The minimum he gave the $400 million to pass on to Mr. Femi died under mysterious circumstances in a hotel in Njoku. We later on just go even yesterday by the same man that the hotel was hurriedly pulled down. Wow. I know and all of those. I have been in prison. And the parents have been arrested anyway. So how did you receive all of this? I want to
investigative reporter, I came upon the first story of Femi Bajabiano, having stolen his candidate, his client's money, $25,000.
The same Femi.
Yes.
This same
Femi Bajabiano.
Are you sure it's the same person?
Yes. So in Atlanta,
he stole $25,000
from one of his clients, and that was what led him to running away from the US. Came back to Nigeria, and
what year was this?
It must have been in the 2000s. I can't remember the exact year. So when I did the story, I never knew who he was, and then there's someone called Abike.
The same one.
Yes. Said she ran. Because I knew him when we were staying. He used to work at NTA.
Because you knew her?
Yes. So I knew her. And I said, I haven't heard from you in a while. He said, what did my brother do to you? I said, what's your brother? He said, Baja now. He said there's a story that he wrote about him on Sarah Potter. Is there any way we can do to help him? Oh, wow. I said, so you know a thief? She laughed. And that was the last I heard of the story. So I wasn't surprised. In fact, if you read the excerpts of the investigation I was on, Baja actually, in an attempt to cover up, got money from Lagos and tried to pay back the money. So as to cover up in Atlanta, Georgia. So
it was disbarred by the Georgia state.
As a result of that, this is public record. You can look for it and so not surprised. This is how Nigeria got to where it is, by recruiting criminals to lead the country in various sectors. Yes.
You mean this story is public?
It's public, yeah.
So how did Mr. Femi Bajabiano become elected as House of Reps member? He became not just House of Reps member, majority leader, and then he became Speaker.
Ask yourself, how did Tinubu become president? How did he become senator, governor, and president without a real age, a real certificate that we know of, and with the baggage of drug trafficking? How did Akwa become governor with the baggage of the drug conviction in the US?
You mean the governor of the state?
Of state.
Has a drug conviction?
Of course, the US. So a lot of these guys who are now within our political leadership system are ex-convicts, former criminals, con men, 419ers, drug dealers, money launderers. That's where Nigeria is today. If you look at the majority of their backgrounds, you can find out that they've been involved in one criminal activity or the other. That's why they get upset when people like us call them criminal, because they know that we have the force of facts and evidence behind it, including a moral declaration that you cannot get over. So, are you then surprised that Baja took 400 million naira from somebody and is still left?
It's an allegation, not
it isn't. Well, my lawyer, Femi Falana, is the one helping the prince to prove his case. In the back end, we have already seen all the evidence. Yes, of how the transaction, you have mentioned some of how the person who transferred the money was killed, and the house where the transaction, the hotel where it took place has been pulled down because there are other criminal networks involved that are interested in covering this up. Don't forget that there are several other persons who have made allegations against Baja about how he extorts money from them. I know of a case that I can tell you here that when the guy was appointed to the fund, he said the pressure was so much he wanted to yes, he was there low test. Yes. He said Baja was very clear. There's been another story of a guy, Mazi, who was investigating Buhari's former private secretary. That one that used to sell Richard card when he came in Colombia. Tunde Sabiu, we call him Tunde Igam, was born around the time Igam was deputy to Buhari. And Obazi was investigating him. he had already agreed to part with some money, properties. And at the point, they said, but I send a message to him, that you should not talk to the boss anymore. You should talk to him directly. And they can settle this. That was how today that one never appeared in the radar of the corrupt guy. Even that happened. But I was one who killed that investigation, took his own share of money.
This is just allegation, Shore.
When you're talking to Shore, you can remove allegation from, because I insist. You can come and sue me if you think I lied against you.
You can see it. That is how Shore stands out. I respect Shore, even though we have different views and opinion. I respect him so much because he is one person in that contraption called Nigeria who still think he can make things right and also speak the truth. Whatever he's saying here is what we have been saying in our platform, that Nigeria is run by a cartel of criminals, fraudsters. That is what you see. They are the people running Nigeria. Criminals, fraudsters, drug barons. They are the one in charge of the Zoological Republic today. And they don't want us to speak. That is why terrorists are chopping off the head of people every day and they can't do anything. That is why terrorists are in charge everywhere. They come and play game and they lie to you. They lie to you and tell you things that did not happen. Look at the recent one when they came and told you that, oh, they have freed terrorists. Finally, the truth is coming out. The people that were freed are saying that they came out even before the military came close.
A teacher named Zacchaeus Olatunde, who was among those abducted in Oriri local government area, has shared his ordeal after spending 56 days in captivity. He revealed that the abductors themselves released the victims before the military arrived, a claim that raises question about the exact nature of the rescue operation. Throughout their captivity, the victims were blindfolded, unsure if they were even in Nigeria, and lived under constant fear. The teacher's account paints a vivid picture of survival under harsh conditions, saying their eventual release came suddenly.
This is why people cast aspersions and doubt statements coming from official channels. And one of the reasons why Governor Makinde has called for an independent inquiry into what happened. Was it a rescue? Or when they believe that this teacher's account can't just dismiss it? It's his own lived reality, and it's opened more questions. So it would be nice for the authorities to respond to this latest allegations.
One would ordinarily imagine that by now we would understand why the Oyo State governor was asking for an independent review of how the rescue was done. Everyone is now starting to say, okay, especially after that interview. English Alhaji had also gone online to say nothing happened, there were no gunshots fired, that it was nothing. In his words, he said no fly was hurt, that it was just an exchange. That's what he called it, was an exchange. Take your people and so on. Now, the teacher's account, see, the thing is, who are you going to believe? That's when
So when Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Governor Shimaki, when they ask legitimate questions with regards to the method and what really transpired, the feedback we're getting from the government is you are not loyal, you are casting doubts on the professionalism of the Nigerian army.
Exactly.
So, I mean, where's the burden of proof here?
The presidency and the Senate. I want to see how they'll respond.
Let me just take this here. Respecting anything the presidency will not get it. Because whether you like it or not, they had already mentioned that we should not politicize the victory.
Asking questions is not
so Springer, I think we've seen a pattern. And the pattern we've seen is that when questions are being asked on certain things, on certain happenings, we usually don't get the response, we don't get the answers. What we get is, hey, don't politicize, our word is final. Looking at the fact that you asked a victim, who would better tell the truth? Is it the victim who was there for 44 days or a press release statement? The victim came out to say, listen, we're just told, let's wake up. You can now go. We're taking on bikes. We got to a certain place. They told us, okay, wait here, move here. The guy even said he lost his way. They told him, no, follow this way, go like this, go and wait there. And then who arrived? The army arrived, and then they picked them up. That is his account.
the thing is, can others corroborate same statements? Answer is starting to look that way because also an interview of another victim was done. Remember who said that they were smelling, people helped them to wash their clothes and then put the clothes back on them. And then the issue of okay, the kids were hungry, they got them something to eat. However, they also told them no go. So everything is starting to look like okay, what's going on? I don't blame the governor of saying, well, these accounts are a bit, not sure they're looking somehow. So can we investigate it? Can I get someone different to look into it?
That is the Zoological Republic. We will continue to expose them. The lies of that zoo. Today, they have successfully handed Nigeria over to the terrorists. And every single day, you begin to hear how the terrorists are in charge. You see how people are suffering right, left, and center. And it will never change. When we say Nigeria is irredeemable, it is not a joke.
How can the two can fight this? It's not good. From 2011 to 2015 that they connived because of his own political list. From 2013, 14 of bringing of Fulani, he knew them because they are the APC leaders. Because they want to take over from Jonathan Buhari. After Buhari is the one, now he is the one. Let him come out. So I did it for my political list. I don't have an ideology of this. Stop it or I will arrest you. Because I exposed the vice president. Yes, it's a part of them. Huh? But yes, it's part of them. Does he also sponsor? Even today, who are the people that adopted this? Okay. I am Reverend Kalamu Musa Ekpa, and I'm the Director General Center for Justice of the Girls and Nigeria. And I am from Borno for Mazi. By tribe, I'm Catholic by tribe. This issue of terrorism in Nigeria is our northern leaders. These guys, when they started their camp in Kanu local government, is Sufari, in Yobe State, because the leader of the Boko Haram, Mohammed, is born and brought up in Yobe, but his originality is from Nigeria. Only the Sheko, Abubakar Sheko, is from Sheko village in Yobe State. When Obasanjo noticed that these guys are very dangerous in 2004, I remember I let the former governor Yobe State Bukara by time when the security agencies, particularly the DSS, have already given information to people that these guys are very dangerous because they are using 10 at the time and using new money. Very new. They have bring up a lot of secondary school students, recruited them to their members. They came into Damaturu, the state headquarters, attacked police, state police headquarters, and killed about 7 police officers. That is where was the order military men from the barracks in that to come and scatter them. The young ones that they don't know anything, they have died. The ones that they have already trained from Afghanistan, Al Qaeda, and so on, they will run away. Except the Goza. Okay, so Obasanjo intervened at the point and tried to conceal them. Yes. But what was responsible for their flourishing over time? Suddenly, they just moved. I used to tell people if you want to deal with, or if you want to kill and trick, you want to remove the tree from the roof. The politicians are sponsored. They did not trust them. The government is abandoned them. Who are the sponsors? Good. And the sponsors, like I said, always our northern leaders. Let me see all of them. Almost all of them. Sani Bakura came up and he said they don't have the Muslim or core house of money, they don't have a northern service chiefs. They demanded for Obasanjo to appoint them. Thank God Obasanjo is alive. For them to appoint Major General Sariki Mukhtar as a chief of army staff. Obasanjo refused. And Sani Ayubo Kiri, now he went ahead and created this so-called Islamic Sharia law jihad. That is where we started. They started sponsoring Boko Haram. Ali Sharif used them to push out Malak, let our governor Malak Shada. But Ali Sharif met them, but they have already created. Ali Sharif, the one that created a Ministry of Islamic Affairs for them and appointed the commandant of Boko Haram. In Borno State, Ali Sharif appointed Buki Boy as the commander of Boko Haram. And the people that started is different, but he came and used them. He created Islamic Affairs for them because they have agreed. Appointed the commander of Boko Haram, as a commission. He gave them a lot of money. 2006 February 8. Yes, 2006 February 8. Exactly. When these boys, the same group, at that time their name is not Boko Haram. Still Ismania that they are using it. They burned down 56 churches in Maiduguri one day. Within 3 hours, about 200 and all the shops belong to the Christian. They have burned down. I wrote it to the National Assembly with the details. And they have been using both federal and state government agencies February 8, 2006, February 8, precisely. I went and met with the leader of the Boko Haram. He stopped at the railway that time. Yes, I told him in my first time of it, I said, Boko, you better stop this. Before the same people that are using it, they are going to bury you. He started mentioning names that if these people are in Nigeria are still alive, what will happen? I have given all the names of Muhammad Yusuf mentioned. Our former head of state, our former president, former senate, former senator, all the former governors, the names are there. Then other the data is there. This is 2012, 2021. The reply is by David Mark. Yes, David Mark. Yeah. He acknowledged receipt of it. Say it has been referred to Chairman Senate Committee on National Security and Intelligence for further necessary. Please accept the assurance. But which one did you send to him? What did he say? If I give you the link, you can see. Wait. Former Governor Sonny Yerima Bakura, a member of the Zala Islamic, played a key role in the British Ireland state. This move was met with fear. It's not this one that even I submitted to the Senate President. So this one is American Embassy. Okay. These are the and the Senate President is the one. Your Excellency, in 2007, I was opportune to have a chat with Boko Haram leader Mohammed. So we went on and on, but it was only when Boko Haram in 2009 started confronting this principle that Mohammed directed them to kill the Boko Haram leader. So Mohammed directed that Mohammed Yusuf should be killed. Okay, and it was confirmed by these jihadists that the person of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida even uses some of so-called Christians to go and pay him from the hands of security men. So, IDP is part of this. Oh, yes. Okay. Was this Babangida record as even giving the IDP the sum of $21 billion? So, just to shorten it, so you went on to say, oh, you wish to bring to the attention the existence of the Islamic Commission members as former deputy president of Alaji Ibrahim and Alaji Ibrahim. You now give a final note. So the reason why the Nigerian government cannot stop crime is because the prominent Nigerians and security agencies that are behind these Islamic strategies. And to my greatest surprise, some of the top Christians in the government that are supposed to see and listen to what are doing this project, how this one is. They are going to arrest me, and then I'm the one that going to stand as witness against them. I thought of why are you wasting my time? Well, action. Take action. So that they say, well, they are going to do for it. When I disturbed the secretary of the committee, he said, we are forwarded to yes. That is where they invited. Yes. When they invited, they asked me to just create the phone numbers. I told them, am I the one that will? That was about 15 or 16 women that adopted by Boko Haram in delay. I still have one. The Boko Haram communicating with the husband, WhatsApp and via normal contact. We collected names, we collected the numbers and gave it to them. They even gave account number that the villager is super put it. We have forwarded all this into the service. What have they done? Till today, nobody is talking. Maybe they are working on that. Nothing like working. Nothing. They are not doing anything. People are saying Tinubu will finish the campaign. How can the two campaign is when these people are busy fighting Jonathan using the Boko Haram is that Tinubu is among them. Grabbing hands with them, they want to take over. And you say Tinubu will take over the fight Boko Haram or baddies. Recently, the Kanu from Kanu State, he said in public, they brought bandits. Boko Haram is not enough for them. They brought bandits, these are the bandits. In 2014, win election. Who are the leaders of the APC in 2014? Is it not Tinubu? And then somebody to tell us that people can fight. There is some people case that rescued by the name, about 18 of them. That's this. Yes. Yeah. 2024, 2024. Yeah. Now, because he married them to soccer repentance of Boko Haram. He married them off. The soccer repentance. And this case, the Boko Haram helped them to adopt these guys and converted them to this. So now this is rescue. Instead for the governor to hand over the guests to the mother parents, he refused. He married back to Boko Haram. Isn't it 2001, 3, 4? Tinubu is not with them. These so-called political leaders of God. Then Borno and the whole North. He is not with them. It was 2011. Tinubu is not with them. From 2011 to 2015 that they connived because of his own political list. But 2013, 14 of beginning of Fulani, he knew them. Because they are the APC leaders. Because they want to take over from Jonathan and Buhari. After Buhari is the one, now he is the one. Let him come and say, I did it for my political list. I don't have the ideology of this. Stop it for our arrest. If they arrest all these people, allow our security agencies who are genuine, high ranking security agencies, they are doing business with you. If they took 30,000 officers, military personnel, they will, in the headquarters, they will write 100,000. They announce it as the salary of the district. High rankings. Boko Haram attacked me more than 4 times. With God. But only God has said it. But even now, because of what I have been doing, I did not stop exposing and writing the information and so on. So even today, they have been threatening me. I'm tired of it. But I told them that they should stop all this. Let them come. I was the whole of my local government. What do you support? The whole of the local government. Sorry. They took away my wife and bought. They killed the things. My wife, you know, now she's married to another person. She married. I have gone a lot and I'm still going through lots, but I cannot support. But I'm not ready to leave the north. I must stay and I must continue to serve. And even if it is fight, let us fight. Let me tell you something. They even arrested me and locked me up 2024. Yes, police arrested me. They took me from Njoku, bring me to Abuja, locked me up for 2 weeks because I exposed the bad president. Yes, bad president. Yes, it's part of it. Even today, who are the people that adopted okay? But Shetima is why would you want to forestall a person of contact? Anything that you do to promote this man, is a jihad. Anything. If you act Christian children and go and dump them something, even if you do that, it's a jihad. Last year, in Yobe State, underage Christians that were adopted by the emir. They have a committee of adoption of Christian girls in Emir Palace. I went there. They told me they adopted about 4 of our children, our daughters. When we went there, they said they're going to pay me. I said, let us get it. Till today, we try and rescue, but the rest is with them. We run to the commission, IG. We publish it in the paper, everything. Not this. Let me seize this opportunity. Yoruba people, they were always together with us. They don't have problems. Brothers and sisters, they are peaceful. But something is coming. One professor of so-called professor, Muslim rights something, Murik, that professor, Yoruba land, Yoruba Ishaq, Fala Ola or something. Yoruba people, they have to hear from them. I'm going to do this activity. That is linked to nodalism. That professor is Yoruba. This is my last.
That is the Nigerian story. You can never get enough. Just when you think you have had it all, more revelations are coming. These are eyewitness accounts, people that are in the front line, revealing the danger in that zoological republic. When we say the only solution and alternative is to get out of that cage, some of you think it's a joke. You think you can make Nigeria work. Look at people who have seen it all. They are telling you that it is impossible. It is impossible to make Nigeria work. And some of you think, oh, you can do something. Continue to dream. Continue to deceive yourself. Wait until your head is on the ground. Only then and then you will understand. When we say the Boko Haram are completely in charge of the Zoological Republic, some of you don't understand. You don't understand. You think we are saying it to score a point. You think we are saying it for selfish interest. But it's a bitter truth that must be told, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. It is a truth that we must put out there in the public for the people to hear. And we will continue to push these informations out. the truth and nothing but the truth. Just when you think you have had it all, wait until you hear more story of the insecurity in the zoo.
Here right now, and our brother bandits and terrorists that was carrying out by people like Michelle and from which is popularly known as Mahanga, and about thousands of men were brought from across the state and other outside the country. Were brought since last week to carry out and for over 1 week, and John and Ekpa, ladies of John community have been under the mutual attack, part of it from fast and then from that Mahanga and other places. Now, what has been happening this afternoon at about 3 p.m. of today, being Sunday, 19th day of July 2026. Shortly after people came out from church service, not knowing that the bandits had already come and encamped themselves in so many strategic positions, tried to intercept the whole community, and of course carry out this act of terrorism on our people. As a result of it, 3 people were injured. One is right here behind me. They are to go to the hospital. One is missing. This attack lasted for almost 2.5 hours under 6 days gunfire. That is bandits came carry out this onslaught on our people. And while the attack on Njoku was ongoing, there was another one too. The same part of the criminal gang or bandits also moved to the very community and invaded that place. So there were two simultaneous attacks at the same time on Jordan. Thank God that of it there was no casualty. Of course, what baffles us in this particular incident is even upon the arrival of the security forces, particularly the operation during this scenario that came from that, the attackers never even penetrated, no stop their heavy gunfire on the vigilante that we were receiving and helping them. And it went on and on until when the tactical force from the senior headquarters and also the arrival of the sector commander that we were able to tell precisely the retreat. Of course, one happy thing about this incident is that 3 of the bandits were neutralized by the local vigilante, and also 5 of them were injured according to our sources reliably given. And of course, lo and behold, after the incident, we learned that the bandits have used their media team to report at Biafran media platform that, Asia and 3 of their kinsmen or headsmen were killed. The question to ask is that when were those so-called headsmen killed? Is it not in Tanjong, the community that was attacked? Where were those 5, even though they refused to report about the 5 because there is a concealment of a fact of banditry which came and meted about the people? And why are they quiet about the other 5 that were injured? Because if they ever reveal or disclose of that, security will go after them. And since we have gotten reliably that 5 were injured and they conceal that, therefore means they are a party to this. Because whoever tries to hide a fact of a crime such as serious as this has also been himself a party. So all we are saying now is that the 5 bandits that were injured, aside the 3 that have been killed, how I wish they were alive. They were among those 2, so that we will include them among those to be trained by the security agents for possible arrest, investigation, and also prosecution. But of course, since they have gone to where they deserve, the remaining ones that are alive, they are pleading to both the personnel of Department of State Security Services, Operation during this, as well as the military police and other society agencies to go after these bandits that are and also have them arrested for onward investigation so that it will serve as deterrent. And we are also calling that if Mahanga is not brought down by security agents, if there is no flush out operation on Mahanga, Plateau and the entire Middle Belt will not know this. Because it's from this same Mahanga that we were planning to go and attack Taraba, to attack part of Benue, and also southern Kaduna. So Mahanga has become the headquarters of the terrorists. It has become the terrorist enclave, first of its kind on the planet, where a lot of coordination are made, and then what happens outside Mahanga is the implementation of the resolution that are made there. So if Mahanga, if government does not rise up to bring down that peace and hand it over to the original inhabitants who have been displaced, it will remain, Plateau will know no peace, and Plateau will continue to become a theater of onslaught, terrorism, and banditry that we are witnessing in the very last year. And one interesting thing about this particular incident is that the attackers came in hundreds, groups of hundreds, that shaped themselves and came to example the entire John community that now has about 7 hamlets that are standing. But they came to surround it. As if that wasn't enough, even extending the same onslaught to nearby community of Oyo. Therefore, means these people are in hundreds and thousands at Mahanga, fast and other places. Because while the attack was going at Kanchon and also Pado, we also learned that there was another incident around Crete. Not only that one, we also gathered that there were about 40 of these bandits spotted around our people and also around the Iranian area. So we can see how, 2 weeks ago we got the intel that about 1,000 of Chadian have been brought to add force to the existing bandits that are already in Mahanga and other places. And then there was another batch of 3,000 that were under to also be brought into battle. And then, of course, with the way these people display their arsenals, their manpower today, it shows that, of course, these people have already been brought. And that is why they had the guts. We were surprised that, despite the presence of the security, these people were even advancing. The bandits were also advancing to come and attack, to continue attacking Tanjong. And the question to ask is, could it be that the military were shooting in the air? They were not using the professional, knowledge of dealing with bandits that they had the guts to advance, and then there was nobody gone down in that military operation. So it calls for, of course, we appreciate the role of the sector commander and the tactical team that came from the sector commander's play. But of course, more needs to be done than what really happened today. And then aside this one, we are also of the fact there's some credible intelligence that things Nyarwe, Yorowa Babuji, Yorowa Soho, and other places have already been their man focus to attack this night as we are talking. So we have alerted, thank God, I've spoken to the operation Self-Governed Headquarters, and they have assured us of deployment both to Crete, to Dixis, and other places. And of course, with the heavy presence of the personnel of State Department, that is the DSS, that are on ground around this, want to believe that these parties will be giving what they deserve, so that the battle will not just end at the just repelling them. They should be flushed out. And it's also be banned on open grazing as far as they are concerned, because even those ones that came to that job yesterday and also this afternoon came with a very high number of cows in the name of grazing, and lo and behold, hundreds and thousands of people were already in the midst of those cows. And so, because the cow has been made a sacred animal, has been placed, given primacy above human beings, that is why these families have the guts to use cows, to use grazing, and they don't want to betray these kingdoms activities that they are known for. And so, we are saying that as from now onwards, Fulani should stop grazing their cows
government should rise up to bring an end to this. Sure, we want to have a replica of what the Niger State government did, that Argo Manga should be stripped of its power. He does not deserve to become an Argo. All these Fulani leaders, except those who have demonstrated patriotism, who have demonstrated neutrality, who are not part of this, that should be spared based on security investigation. But all others that are involved in this should be shown the way out and to be shown the way out of this planet Earth, so that the people can have peace and a wonderful peace that we are heading for.
You have had it. That is the zoological republic. Everywhere you go, it is a bad news. The reason we are bringing this information is for those of you who still think you can perform miracle in the zoo to understand that there is no hope. The only hope you have lies in Biafra. The only hope lies in Biafra. And if you continue to run away from this truth, you are only digging your own grave. It's a question of time. You will reap what you sow. Question of time. It will be very clear to everyone. You can't escape it. We will continue to give you evidence that you cannot survive in the zoo, no matter how you try.
If they divide Nigeria today, the Biafrans will not suffer. Likewise, the Yorubas will not suffer. But I assure you that we, the northern people, will suffer, and before we get ourselves, it will take us from 1 to 50 years. At this era, a northern person, a northern citizen, still believe that the northern leaders will change the north. This 2026/2027, we are expecting the northern leaders have good things in store for us. Everything that is happening in the north today is the northern leaders. The creation of poverty, extremely high number of insecurity, sufferness, and many more. They said they are going to bring security to the north, but what we get today is no security. President Buhari gave them everything to remodernize and to arrange the north, but all we get from them is Boko Haram, Lakurawa, ISIS, ISWAP, bandits, kidnappers. And you are expecting northern Nigeria to be great in 2 years? No, never.
You see why northern Nigeria cannot be good? It's still because of idiots like you. Idiots like you. Even when you are talking about northern leaders, you try to exonerate the main man, the main person that is enslaving you. You say President Buhari gave them everything and all they brought is Boko Haram bandit. It was your Buhari that went and brought Boko Haram, went and brought the bandit. Buhari himself was the one that invited them. But look at you. Because of some of you cannot apply your common sense, even as you are speaking. You are not speaking like somebody who is intelligent because you are exonerating the main person that made you insecure today, that have turned your land to a war zone. You are exonerating him and blaming others. That is why the northern Nigeria will suffer. You know, all of you already know that if Nigeria is divided, that you can't even manage yourself. That is why you want others to stay with you in that poverty. You are so lazy. Not that you don't have the resources. The resources are there in the north. The problem is not the resources are there in the north, but you prefer looting, you prefer stealing instead of working hard or developing yourselves. You prefer the rank style. Only one person will steal something like generations will not be able to consume. And idiots like you will support them, just as you're supporting Buhari. And when you come, you make your eloquent statement, you expect us to clap for you. Oh, he has spoken well. With idiots like you in the north, nothing is going to work. with idiots like you in the north, nothing is going to work. Because this your half-truth cannot save you. The more you continue to tell lies, project your half-truth, the more you are digging your grave. The more you are by yourself, bringing more insecurity to your land. And nothing is going to change. We will continue to expose your idiocy. We will continue to present your madness to the world. We will continue to see it the way it is. And let us listen to the message of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we end the program.
Yes, it's funny. Funny. Yeah, I love it. They are funny. We are live and we are direct. They are funny. Zoo is funny. Zoo is funny. Olia Buche has come back. That person come back to my bed. Yoruba. Everything come on, it is the truth. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're holding my life. Yes, you. Was Shoika not corrupt? Was Taishulani not corrupt? Name one Yoruba man that isn't corrupt. Name one. Name one that isn't. I said name one. Tell me a Yoruba man that served in the public office and went back with integrity or integrity intact. Name one person. You can't. Yoruba should stop supporting evil. Yoruba, stop supporting evil. To do you know? I want confirmation. Chilasan, tell me if I am coming out loud and clear on they have done something to Radio Biafra. They have done something to Radio Biafra. I don't know what is going on. I do not know what is happening. I do not know what is happening. I don't know what's going on. Isn't it very funny? Isn't it very funny? Before we went out, I was at 3.7K or so. We've come back, it jumped to nearly, this is 5.9, 96K. You see what Yoruba is? You see how Yoruba is messing themselves from this? You see how they're messing themselves? Do you see how disgraceful they are? You think you can stop it? You can't be joking. You must be joking. We are live and we are direct, and humanity is listening to us because we preach the truth. You may not like it, and quite frankly, I do not give a damn. If you like it or if you don't like it or it doesn't bother me. Because we preach the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. We are live and we are direct. The world is all I see 7. Hey! That if evil, that evil may leave you alone. This same evil was what Afon that God happened in and he was ignoring. Till now, you have not learned. Have you? Absolutely not. I was broadcasting 1 minute ago. You reduced my number from over 3,000 to 3,000. And they connected. And it's over 8. And when I preach this very gospel, people don't understand. We will continue. Because we are relentless. If you like, reduce it to 0. They got so frustrated, they cut off the whole thing. Is it going to save you? It can't save you. I am not Nnamdi. It can't save you. I preach the truth always. Look at my face, oh, look at it. I am pulling it home because when we count any time, yes, as I said, they call in school. The schools he went to, the lecturers he cried. I know he's a quota graduate of law. I want to know Bloomberg reports that the banks told to provide the bank details of Jonathan and others in the city group. Who asked for it? The Attorney General of the zoo was quoted by the court documents as asking for information content. Okay. IPOB, you have a standing order. I want to know everything there is to know about that little criminal. That boy called Abubakar Maman. The grades he scored in school. The schools he went to. The lecturers he cried. I know he's a quota graduate of law. I want to know everything about him. I want to set an example with you that others may learn. This boy, I will set an example with you that others may learn. I don't care what you do. You will see President Jonathan is untouchable. 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 Since we are now in the business of writing letters, I wrote one to IMF now, you're writing to and to World Bank now, you're writing to banks. Let us up the game. We are now going to write to banks all over the world to give us the bank accounts of every Fulani criminal, including about Biafra. You want to write letter? We are now going to write letters now. We are now going to inform every bank in the world, and we know where the monies are hidden. I want you. You don't go after President Jonathan. You don't try that rubbish at all, at all, at all. They say I don't go after her. I don't know who they are, but you can't go after them without going after Aisha Buhari, that is wanted in America for fraud, Halliburton bribery scandal. She is involved. You have not asked for the bank account of Aisha Buhari. You have not asked for the bank account of Ibrahim Lamode. You have not asked for the bank account of Yusuf Buhari, the fourth largest, should I say, the fourth richest man in Africa. You are going after the shares, Jonathan. Because Jonathan is a ghetto man, he's quiet. He wants one Nigeria. He's a statesman. He wants UN to call him and give him justice of peace. You can do whatever you like with Jonathan. If you see patience, no Agora can go area. No go area. Where did I get the money to buy 18 trailer load of rice? From where? I ask you. From where? Where did she get the money from? I don't blame you, I blame Jonathan. I blame Jonathan. I blame the idiots that call themselves Niger Delta. I blame the bastards that call themselves Niger Delta. The hopeless fools, I blame them. A former first lady, albeit in the zoo, you want to ask for her account. Hey! Chineke, thank you very much. Now, since we are all going to be investigators now, every account, every money in that account belonging to Fulani, every money belonging to Tinubu, Tinubu, we want it. So we can also write to them. You know what? I mean, one order tonight, everything will be said without running all over. Number one in the world, not to do 2 or 3. Are you aware? You want us to since you don't have the fear, there's no fear, you don't have the fear to go after Christians tonight. All of you are fair game. All of you are fair game, all of you. Fulani criminals, all of you criminals with your hotels in Dubai, with your estates in Dubai, you are gone. And even those hiding their loot in China. You think you're safe? You think you're safe? That somehow China will save you? You are drunk. You are mad. You're not asking for the account. So when they ask you, why did you mismanage the economy? You say, oh, it's a Jonathan and Patience. And they say, hey, they took all the money. all the money in your country is done to so somebody can become a multi-billion North African fast and rice and sugar. Then you get him a monopoly. Do you think we do not know? Do you seriously, do you look at us? Do you know this is like do we look like fools? Fulani, do you think this generation will look like fools? Do you think they are sick away? Or why they are sick? On your own, begging you for governorship. Do you think that is good? Do you know we are IPOB? We shall teach you the lesson of your life next time. When you hear the name of Jonathan, you are mine. I thought you left your message. Don't go after our people. We said we won't defend them, yes, but I noticed that was somehow a kind of an encouragement to go after our people. No, you can't do that. Any day you are prepared to solve the issue of corruption, you convene a large commission, appoint judges from outside the issue, then you announce all the cases one after the other. Not your selective. You think that nonsense of man and food will blame on the Harvey monarchies of the North? What goodness? Is that what you think? So if you come to select Jonathan and Patience, and then you leave you take them, you rubbish them. No, it can't happen. No. It can't happen, I'm telling you. Since you want us to request for bank accounts, we now request for bank accounts for everybody. That the world may see those who are meeting. And our starting point is 13.9 billion, which you have not answered. Nobody, no Janjaweed has never to answer this question. Yoruba media will not answer. Where is the 13.9 million budgeted for Asro Clinic? Where is the money? I just said, not if a single street is there. Where is the money? You are looking for Bishop General. People are mad, like say. I'll imagine you like say. You want to go after Christians, their bank account. Hey! You have your own bank account. Why don't you publish it? Because he who goes to publish your own bank account. Then we know. You your system, the SS office. You call your bank media and their unemployed graduates nothing to do, pay them 3,000 naira. Do you know the idea? We squash everybody. If you come to social media, we will squash you completely. We decimate you because we have the facts and figures, and we have an army that cannot be bought. An unbuyable army. They are the worst to deal with. An army you cannot buy. Talk about, let me hear again from you, President Jonathan. In fact, you do something said without even next commission. Don't touch her. You say, talking about President Jonathan, you are mad wherever you are. I'll imagine with quota education. You do that is not the law. You come to your quota job and you're doing very well for the rest of your cabal, and you take and extend that rubbish to President Jonathan. Jonathan opens up. Why are you responding to them? Why is President Jonathan responding to them? What for? Have they gone to the family of Umaru? Have they gone to the family of Ibrahim Taher? Have they gone to the family of Isodan of Sokoto? How many oil wells do they have on street? Were they acquired legally? People involved in the Japan, they bought CPN, they bought federal payment, they've been bombing offices everywhere. And you're telling me you're pursuing Jonathan. Absolutely. I just had a sip of water. Unlike the Ukraine, you cannot. I just had a sip of water. And the world is listening. We are live and we are direct. Humanity is on our side because we are propagating it. Here's your good kind of person. I'm not. This is the reason why they want one Nigeria. To cheat all of you. One area is one Nigeria. This is our Nigeria. This is our Nigeria. I am taking you back to what those they call their founding fathers. Not their founding grandfather, but their founding father. Soon has no grandfather. No grandfather, no ancestor, no issue. Because their lives started in 1960. All of this. What did Awolowo say? I am saying this because of those who are going about talking rubbish. Where's one Nigeria? We want our one Nigeria. Our founding father. Let us see what your founding father said. Awolowo, this is what Awolowo said. And please, I'm not going to put it everywhere. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historic. Sorry, this is I very well spoken man. I saw this video. I'm always wrong. I can speak about the former well learned, polished. I must say. The former was polished, very neat, clean, well spoken, highly educated. Some people shouldn't have, I don't know those that want to keep but I will say a good man, he was the priest of Janga, Fulani. You see somebody like the Bible used to preach for a while. Hey! I don't know what that means. Is that why? That's not what I said. Tafawa Balewa said in 1948, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their background, their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any signs of willingness to unite. It was never united. Never North, West, and East. Awolowo said, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a geographical expression. There are no Nigerians. Nigerians don't exist. In the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French, the word of Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who don't. My family, I was not believe in one thing. Let's go for what Nigeria. That's why I call them political nationalists. They are hypocrites. How about the Jordan of his day? This is nigger. He wants to put the love. He wants to be seen as the purpose of Pan-Africanism. A dreamer, a hopeless dreamer. This is what he has to say. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Listen. In 1964, as it was said, as it was said, let us break up in peace and in peace. Should the politicians fail to heed this report, then I will venture the recognition that the experience of the capacity found. It's come to our turn to play such a tragic role. Why? Because the people did not come to the Biafra. That's the same thing where we come from. I have to say it. What can that come up? Do you understand? It was people that went out and got Biafra wanted to be the head state of Biafra. And Njoku said, no, it doesn't work. He became a one night king. Does that something about South? You saw this state of Sudan, you got a man who goes up. Am I going to be, if I don't think I will go to Abuja or some country, I will have to some few elements and some practice. It started clear enough for it didn't start now. It started there. It started from back. But before, that's what the British always and that the truth must be spoken. You may not like it, in that same shoe was where Asima was telling Tafawa Balewa and train you and magic. Dragon built schools for them. Have you forgotten? It's something that problem. It's something problem that solve their magic problem and private solve it. The government wanted to solve an magic problem today. Because Mustafa is saying an magic portends for Nigeria. There's no one that went after him. They remember all the good work he did with Imagine. They're saying, no, let's go after him. And so far, he did. That is true. That's good. And I hope that one day the Holy Spirit will touch the mind of those. That's right. The second government of the zoo has warned that an Almighty will become an army that will accomplish great future. Accomplish them. And henchmen from the same, fertile they never change. And you want to be one Nigeria with them. But in the first thing, if zoo that will be married tomorrow. I call must go on the way. Middle belt, west, east. That an army of Almighty will come up with. You see every position and the black to come and marry for them. To make it something. Somewhere Obama and the Hillary was COVID-19. Let's talk about office. Obama said in the next 5 or 10 years, which is the electrical cycle. He said the electrical cycle. None of us, there's a Democrat that no problem against there's a Republican and it's up. This is radio capitally alive. The time now is approximately 12 minutes to 9 p.m. The self-number of things to top of the hour, the witness to the football. We are live and we are direct. The next representative of the issue, according to the issue, is going to come by that time. People are going to not out of any strength that will be more to us. But now the Tinubu is wasting his time. The same way the rest of the people that have in this world. You can't win. You can never, ever win. The Fulanis don't trust the government. They use them. That's the political solution. You can say anything about the East. You can say anything about the Biafrans. You can say anything about the Igbo member report. It doesn't make forget about 2 people that they are not in supporting the power. There is a picture of ABF CBM government supplementary. So it's my and you know, as a lady, to come out of that is traffic. That's what happened. So, that's why you don't have a few but don't leave Now you understand the game. And I understand the what I believe that the Yoruba must stop the way. And in this, and that to this, that everybody must be on their own. Everybody must be on their own. I complain.
This has generated significant reaction. I mean, the presidency argues the reforms were necessary to reset a broken system. But for millions of Nigerians, the bigger question remains, when do these macroeconomic gains translate into cheaper food, lower transport costs, and better living standards? And I'll take one reaction before I come to you, Rufai. This is from Bims, who wrote on X. The best measure of economic reforms isn't what leaders say, it's what citizens experience. I mean, that really is what it is. You wanted to respond.
You said right. It's what citizens feel. You see, the problem with the reforms is the fact that there's been lack of transparency and truth in the process. Urgently, President Tinubu announced subsidy gone in 2023. Do you know that he continued paying subsidy despite telling Nigerians that the reason why they announced subsidy gone was because it was not in the budget? NMPC record shows that 7.1 trillion was paid in subsidy. Do you know what they did, Oji? They hid the name. They didn't call it subsidy. You know what they called it? Energy security expenses. You see this level of lack of transparency. Energy security expenses. It was just like when Buhari government came in. You know, Buhari said something was a scam, it didn't exist and everything. When he's also started paying subsidy, you know what he called it? Under recovery. So it is this lack of transparency that kills this country. And I get your points. I don't want people to suffer. I play in that space. I do a lot of advocacy for people. But we need to jolt our leaders. What happened to this country? We are seeing the likes of the Njoku. We have seen the likes of Malami, forfeiture and everything. We need to jolt our country back. I cry for Nigeria this one. Let me read something to you. Why I'm crying, why I scream sometimes for this country. On the 23rd of December 1974, Nigeria signed a long-term borrowing agreement with the World Bank. Under this agreement, Nigeria provided $240 million in net resources to the World Bank reserves. And we're borrowing World Bank money. We're lending World Bank money to do development projects for other countries. In 1975, we also lent 120 million to the IMF. This country was not depending on aid in the 70s. I feel like crying this morning. What has happened to this country? And because people are looting the country dry, the same country that was lending World Bank money, $240 million in the 70s. In that same 70s, do you know that Britain was going to the World Bank to loan money because they had an economic crisis? That time we were lending them money.
All right.
That Mazi Kanu asked Simon Ekpa, don't allow Satan into you. If you have any other person that Mazi Kanu told such thing, please come forward. I want you to come forward. Do you have any other person? I am the only living Biafra publicly. Mazi Kanu asked in public, in the presence of the entire world watching the program.
not allow Satan enter you. Only he and his God knows why he said such. So, if you do not at least value me, value the fact that at least Mazi Nnamdi Kanu somehow have some value. And he sees things you don't see. While some illiterate and some Samars use such program, only God knows why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said such. So, there is something different with the way he addresses all these media rounds. I am not hiding my mouth. It is not about bragging. It's not bragging. It's not pride. It's not nothing. But this is a fact. I told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you are ready to do anything for Biafra, publicly, I believe I have been the only one also who have also made a pronouncement in public. I told him, if you are ready to fight for Biafra, if you are ready to do anything, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to get Biafra, I, Simon Ekpa, will be the first person to follow you, no matter what. And that was also in the public. So, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I don't condemn people based on what they say. I told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also that if you are looking for 100 men to get Biafra, you have 50 of the men in me. Look for another 49 or look for another 50. I alone, Simon Ekpa, is 50 men. I said it that time, they didn't know me. Today, I can tell you that in the absence, because I wanted to be 50 men when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is around. And today, I don't need to ask you, have I, with other autopilot and no matter, performed more than 50 men? I don't need to ask you that because I don't need your validation. What I need you is to follow the truth. Any day I deviate, deal with me. Have I deviated? Biafra people, I want you to take your memory back. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, and the news came that I should broadcast on Radio Biafra, I came to this platform and I said, God should give me the wisdom of 1,000 men to face what is ahead of me. That time, none of you see or saw what is happening today and what has happened. When I was making this prayer here, will any of what has happened today that will ever happen? This is why I am making this references today is for everyone watching me now and those who will watch me later to understand that anything I say, it is not by power of by myself, but the power of God in me. I don't say things when I have not confirmed it. The time I was here praying and crying, I cried on this platform 2 times, if not more than 3 times. They mocked me. They say, oh, look at the person who wants to lead Biafra. Have I ever seen I want to lead Biafra? They say, oh, look at the person. Only God know where they get that kind of mindset of Simon Ekpa coming to lead Biafra. Because I never discussed such with anybody. Only God and them know where they got such thing, in their mind. I don't know. They say Simon Ekpa say, hand me over Radio Biafra. I never said such thing. It was the first time I responded to them. Only God will know where they get such thing from. But I came here, I cried. They say I want to hijack Biafra. Only God know where they get such thing from. Because it is beyond human comprehension. There's somebody who is nobody, who is marked down, will come to hijack Biafra. A whole Biafra of 80 million people, brave people. There's somebody who is nobody will come to hijack that kind of thing. I don't understand. So I cried on this program. I said, God, give me 1,000 men wisdom. And you know what? God answered that prayer in abundance. So every problem that have come, God already positioned and something has happened. In fact, I don't think that I've used up to 150 wisdom, because the problem that is coming is very, all of them will be. So as it stands now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. I have not even used 50 of the wisdom of 1,000 wisdom God gave me. Because, I am telling you, I have not used it. In fact, some of the problems solve itself without me even addressing it. So today, I have come to correct some certain things. Because the Biafran government in exile, as we continue to build bridges and form alliances and put things in the right perspective for Biafran democracy, we announced the activation of the Biafran government in exile. Boom! One betrayer in America called Felix Onisi. A man called Felix Onisi. Felix Onisi was sacked by Mazi Nnamdi, completely sacked. The reason he was sacked was because they started mingling with security men on ground, sabotaging them, against the order of Mazi Nnamdi. He mingled with ESA and all manner of disobedience, insubordination, and all that. Very soon he said, with his evil agenda, was expelled by Mazi Nnamdi or Ethiopia. The reason why I'm making this particular explanation is so that when I finally arrive at the pronouncement I'm about to receive, you will know why we arrived at such pronouncement and the consequences that follows for those who want to join the sabotage of this move. Felix Ojise was sacked and expelled from Igbo by Mazi Nnamdi. And because of the experience I have had in this Biafra struggle, I decided to open my heart to welcome everybody, to talk to everybody. Because with the experience I have had, some people may be fighting for Biafra generally and they were blackmailed. Just like they tried to blackmail me. So it happens that I was in a meeting where Felix Ojise was in that meeting. And those who parade themselves today in America was also in that meeting. And if I'm not mistaken, Madam Bridget and Kanu was also in that meeting. Felix Ojise was there. Probably, Madam Bridget Okafor and her group was trying to find out the same information whether Felix Ojise was real or not. Like me, I was invited, he was there. I didn't know who he was. Okay. So anyway, it happens that I don't even remember whether Madam Bridget was in that meeting as well. It happens that I went into alliance on behalf of the pilot idea with some group. And this group happened to be communicating with this same Felix Ojise.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong for them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day, oh. Remember when me tell you say I got that day, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a papa nuku, but then when we go, me tell you what I look on the walk on this amiro, me tell you what I day. For me, the plan and the rest of man, I tell you what I me never give up, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom. freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Raise the flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.